Seduction is an art form that can take many forms in human behavior, in attraction, dating, and relationship. But when it comes to the bedroom, it's all about creating an atmosphere of anticipation and desire. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that today. Whether you're looking to spice up your existing relationship or attract a new partner, mastering the art of seduction can make all of the difference when it comes to bettering your pleasure in the bedroom and also having fun and experiences. Hi guys, my name is Apollonia Ponti. I'm a dating, relationship, and life coach and attraction coach for you men to not only master your attraction skills and your life. And now, today in the bedroom. So click that subscribe button and make sure that you click the notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a new video. First and foremost, let's get into it. It's important to remember that seduction is not about manipulation or tricking someone to sleep in bed with you or have sex with you. Instead, it's about creating a sense of mutual attraction and desire to do this and focus on building what we call the emotional, the mental, and the physical connection with the person or with your partner before we even get into seduction. Understand that seduction is actually in the mental foreplay before. The emotional, the mental, and the physical connection will never actually end up in seduction if we don't have these three. So you want to start by obviously building trust, talking to the woman, understanding what she wants, understanding her desires, and understanding who she is as a human, obviously on your date. So let's fast forward, let's rewind, I should say, a little bit on this topic, because you're at the point where you and the woman have shared a lot in common. You've had great dates, you've kissed, and she is open to the next levels with you. So you want to find out what really turns her on and what makes her feel more desired. So we're going to focus on building physical chemistry. This can be done by making physical contact, of course, such as hand holding or giving massage. So you can also use to touch as communication of our own desires and attraction. For example, you can use your body language to convey your interest and attraction, like holding her hands, like scratching her back, scratching her hair, scratching her neck, whispering sweet nothings in her ear, kissing her on the forehead. Forehead kisses, guys, even though you might be like, a forehead that has nothing to do with seduction, is a huge thing for a woman. Most women love forehead kisses. They think it's very sexy and they think it's a very nurturing thing for a man to do, and I would highly recommend it. Another important aspect of seduction is setting, obviously, the mood. So now we talked a little bit about the physical, but let's go into the mood. This means creating an atmosphere that is also full of passion and desire at times. So I tell men this all the time. If you are going to bring a woman home with you, make sure that you don't have dishes in the sink, that it doesn't look like a college dorm, and you have beer everywhere, and you have blankets pinned up as your curtains. Guys, we have to make sure that if you are trying to date a higher quality woman, if you are trying to level up in your dating, you're also leveling up in your organization skills, in your home, in your cleanliness, and everything. Let's say you have a great apartment, it's pretty clean. Then I want you, and we've bypassed all this, then we want you to light some candles, play some soft music, maybe some light R&B, some 80s, 90s R&B is a really hit, depending on your age. Some nice jazz music or some Sade. Maybe also too, many women love scents is a huge thing when it comes to endorphins and trying to get the woman to remember. It plays a memorance in our mind when we smell something. So it's really important to maybe light some candles and set the mood, because you can also use sense of smell to attract a person by wearing a fragrance or also something that is in your home that they might find appealing. But when it comes to seduction, it's also important to pay attention to your own appearance. You want to wear clothes to make you feel confident and also make you feel sexy, and take the time to groom yourself and make sure you smell good as well. I have plenty of videos that are going to be coming out about this, so make sure that you subscribe if you're interested in makeovers, if you're interested on things what to wear. I have so many things coming your way all about men's fashion that I cannot wait to share with you. But finally, I want you to know that you have to be confident in your own desire and communicate them very clearly. You want to let the woman know that you want her and what turns you on about her when you're in these moments. Here's where a lot of men fail. They fail in owning who they are in their sexual nature because they don't want to come off creepy. But guys, if a woman is at your house already and she's invested in taking this to the next level, I want you to show her the mutual investment. This is not the time to close off if this is something that you want to, of course. And there is a right to a man to say no as well, guys. So show them that you're comfortable with your own sexuality and that you're excited to explore new things with her. Because I think one of the things of where we go wrong in mastering seduction in the bedroom is we don't have the patience and we want to get to the outcome right away. And it's all about creating a sensual, mutual attraction and mutual desire. And also too, remember, typically most women get seduced by their emotions, how they feel, because physical connection is great and setting the mood is great, but also building emotional connection is also a big thing. So the mental foreplay of telling her the things that you like about her, maybe the things that, you find sexy about her when you guys are in this moment, because owning that and owning your desires and communicating them clearly is really the icing on the cake to seduction when you're in these moments. Now, remember, seduction is not about manipulating or tricking someone, but rather about creating a mutual satisfying experience for both you and her. And keep in mind that everyone is different, and what works for one person might not always work for the other. So it's important to openly communicate with the woman. It's openly communicate with yourself, because many times we expect the same things to happen with this other woman we were intimate with, or this other woman we kissed, and every woman is going to be different. And so the more that we have expectations, the more that you're going to be in this doing energy of that I have to get this woman to be intimate. I have to get this woman to like me. And if she doesn't sleep with me, this means she doesn't like me. Absolutely not. There's plenty of women that won't sleep with a man because of the fact that they like you, but they might do other things and they might be very open and communicate that with you. So that's why I'm saying it's really important for you to communicate with her as well. So with that said, I want to give you 5 tips on top of this to create better intimacy if you're in also a long-term relationship, or if you're getting into a relationship, or if you are dating a woman now and you notice things that are getting to this point, let's just say. So obviously number 1 is communication, because it's key. Having open and honest communication with you and your girl about your desires and needs is essential for building intimacy. I think a lot of couples steer away from this, and I think it's really important to also figure out what do you want from each other, and make sure you listen to her needs and wants, as well as understanding where she's coming from and understanding to see if there's a mutual benefit that she's doing the same thing. In my Master the Bedroom program, I have a thing called the yes, no, maybe list that I actually have couples do. If you want to take advantage of the Mastering the Bedroom program, where I go do deep dive in intimacy, I want you to check out the free training video that I have below so you can take advantage of this. I think it's really, really one of the best programs in regards to bettering your emotional, physical, and mental intimacy in relationships with women, so that you have better intimacy, better sex, and also too, you will know exactly what goes on in the mind of a woman when it comes to this. So go ahead and watch that free training video down below. Now, number 2 is showing vulnerability. Being open and vulnerable with your partner can help deepen the emotional connection, of course, between the 2 of you. You want to make sure that you're talking about what you're thinking about, what you're feeling, and also too, a deeper sense of trust and intimacy reside in vulnerability. Vulnerability is not to say what your weaknesses are and expect your partner to fix this. Vulnerability is just about sharing, guys. We've got to also rewire this whole thing with vulnerability, because vulnerability I don't think is really taught right in the men community. It's looked at as a weakness, but actually a weakness is not sharing information about yourself. Weakness is about sharing insecurities and making sure that someone can fix it for you, where you're handing your insecurities on a silver platter saying, here, take this and do something with it. Number 3 is take the time to connect not only on a physical and intimacy level, but of course on a mental level. Make sure you set aside quality time to spend together, whether it's going on a date or cuddling or cooking at home, watching Netflix together, doing something competitive together, and just having this. I think a lot of couples get stale because they have a routine, but they also don't bring that playfulness out of in their marriage or in their relationships. I think it's so important. I literally had a guy that was in a marriage, and it had been stale for a couple years. They hadn't been intimate in months, and I told him to do the craziest things. And one of the things that I told her to do, because his wife was a gymnast when they were young, and I told him to take her and surprise her and take her to a trampoline park and just be kids again. He said it was the most craziest, most intimate experience that they shared, and it's true game changer and brought them closer together than ever and brought them home. And that's where they were able to start connecting again, talking about their desires not being met because of the fact that they needed something to shock that core of the relationship again, to bring them back to like that childhood play that's in all of us and just being fun, because we get so wrapped up in this. Okay. Next is experiment and try new things. You know, with that yes, no, maybe list that I talked about in the Master of the Bedroom program, that's going to be a good one. So I would encourage you to sign up for the free training first, and then you can see if you want also to the yes, no, maybe list. But experimenting with the new sexual positions, fantasies, or even locations can help keep things exciting and have deeper intimacy for the both of you. Because you want to be willing to try new things and be open to your partner's suggestions as well. Even if it's something like, oh, I never really thought of that. I don't know if I could, but let me think about it, right? Because I think in relationships, it's really important not only to communicate about wants, desires, and needs, but also wants, desires, and needs in the bedroom as well. Many couples hide this from each other, and I think that's like the number one thing that no couple should hide. So I also think showing affection regularly is important depending on the love language, because intimacy is not just about sexual encounter. It's also about regular gestures like loving affection, holding her hand, whispering in her ear when she's in the kitchen, maybe warming you up something, saying, I appreciate you so much, or kissing her neck or hugging her, and showing her affection from time to time to make sure that's a strong mutual bond between the both of you. So the both of you can not only deepen your intimacy on a physical level, but also on a heart level as well. And I think this is really important in regards to when you want to sustain intimacy. Now, for this, I wouldn't say to do this if she's totally closed off and she's not open to it, okay? And remember that intimacy is a journey. It is not a destination. It takes time, it takes effort to build and to maintain. So keep in mind that intimacy can also be affected by other aspects of life, like stress, someone's health, financial issues, something happening in the family, a new baby. There's so many things. And what we think we do so much in life, especially in relationship, is we compare how much times people are having sex in their relationship to ours. And if we're not having as much, then we're not healthy, or she's not attracted to me. And it's time to like just cut that out, because every relationship is different and we all go through different things. So be patient and be supportive with one another and keep working on that, because that's the desire that a woman really wants and that keeps her attracted to long-term relationship with a man. What's important, if you want to keep on watching videos like this, I really would encourage you to watch this next video right over here, all about more seduction and really what women look for when it comes to attraction and seduction. I'll put it over here on the Watch Next playlist so you can go ahead and view that. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. And remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.